Hey YouTube, BR Tidwell 55 here. Talk about my Nexus 7 tablet. Arrived on Friday after going through an RMA process with Google, and I've had it enough, played with it enough, that I want to talk a little bit about what I like and what I dislike about it first. And I'm going to go with what I dislike first so I can end this on a positive note, I guess. So the first thing, and I've already alluded to it, that I dislike about it is Google's RMA policy. Uh, with Google, what happens is if you need to return merchandise for a replacement, what they do is they email you an RMA letter and a shipping label, and for the replacement device, they charge you for it. They put a charge for the cost of that replacement device against your credit card, and then when they receive the defective merchandise, then they take that charge off your credit card, and that seems a little backwards to me. Just about anybody else out there, if you have an RMA with them, they send you the replacement device in a box, and along with the shipping label, and then you take the defective item and put that in the box the new item came with, and you send it back to manufacturer, and everything's good. Believe me, Google got an earful from me about this, and I can't imagine too many other people have had to go through this like it too much either. The next thing I dislike about the Nexus 7 is it comes with Google, or it comes with Android 4.1 operating system, which is the latest and greatest version of Android. The double-edged sword of that is that Flash is no longer officially supported in the latest version of Android. There are workarounds about this, and if it really is not a deal breaker for me, because it really doesn't affect too much my web surfing with it. It really hasn't negatively impacted my web surfing experience with this. However, if you just got to have it, there's ways around it. It involves unlocking unlocking the bootloader and rooting the device to be able to do it, but it can be done. If the flash thing is a jailbreaker for you, you can get around that. And then the third thing again is I found kind of surprising is there's no haptic feedback on this. I kind of got used to the haptic feedback with my Android phone, and I was a little surprised when I couldn't enable it on this. Again, not a huge deal breaker, but that may be a turnoff for some buyers. Alright, let's get to what I like about it. Form factor. Okay, this thing, compared to other tablets on the market, is small. It's a 7-inch diagonal. For people who are used to bigger tablets, to iPads, or some of the offerings from Toshiba, or some of the other devices that are out there, you may not like the smaller form factor, although I love it. It's you can hold it in one hand, and I think that's pretty cool, just being able to hold this thing in one hand. And this thing's back pocket size. I mean, I can slip this into the back pocket of my Levi's if I want to. Personally, I think this form factor is a win. This size is a win. I really like that. And it's also light. I mean, this thing, like I said, you can slip it in your back pocket. You hardly know it's there. Second thing I like, it comes with the latest and greatest Android operating system. Excuse me, and that's and what I like about this is even before this thing officially hit the streets, there were customized ROMs based on this OS, so you can really do anything you want. It's real. Android is a pretty open ecosystem, huge community of developers out there developing customized ROMs for customized needs, and that's important when I get to this next point, and that's the specs on the thing. This thing's a monster. It's got a quad-core Tegra 3 processor running at 1.2 gigahertz under the hood, a 12-core GeForce graphics unit, and the advertised 8 hours of battery life, I've actually found I get a little bit more than that on a full charge with this, and I've been playing with it quite a bit. So This thing, as far as the specs go, it works absolutely as advertised. You'll get a good solid 8 hours on a good charge with this. You'll be able to do about anything that you want to do, that you use a tablet for. Use it as an e-reader, use it, casual web surfing, even gaming, Angry Birds, whatever, all that stuff's out there. Anything that's in the Android market you can put on this, even, some of the stuff that's not in the Android market that tickles your fancy. It's one click to install non-market apps on this thing. You don't even have to root it. Of course, that's true of any Android device. So, anyway, overall, like I said, I gave 3 bads or 3 dislikes and 3 likes, and honestly, I think the likes outweigh the dislikes on this. Although the Google RMA policy does really grate at me a little bit. Hopefully, enough of us complain about it, they'll change it. But anyway, that's my Nexus 7 review. Thanks for watching. BR Tidwell 55. Peace out.